Hey everyone, today we're going to take a look at my Monday sales and shipping. Monday is generally the busiest day that I have to ship things. People tend to buy items mostly on Sundays. Sunday nights is usually the biggest time my phone's going off. So let's take a look what we're shipping today. Today we have a Sega Genesis Jewel Master game, which sold for $49 plus $8.50 shipping. And this is an item I'm selling for a friend. And so we basically split whatever we make off of this item. So the customer paid $8.50. It goes in a small flat rate box. So there didn't cost me anything for the box either, which was a, kind of a plus in this. And whenever I sell video games, they all fit in those boxes. Next up, we have a Hawthorne Village. This is the Franklin Castle. This is a series of buildings. It's kind of like the Dickens Village. If you've ever seen those that you like little light up houses and you can make a village for Christmas. Well, this is kind of like the Halloween version of it. And you can kind of see it's got some interesting details to it. There's like somebody in the hallway there and some spider webs in the windows, and it lights up, and it's very nice. And this sold for $50, and it was paid shipping was $10.45. And the this item I got from an online auction. I participated about maybe about 2 months ago, and I bought these things for anywhere from like $12 to $15 each. So it was a pretty good sale there. It's not huge. It's not like award winning or anything, but hey, it's a good sale still. So we sold that for $50 plus the buyer paid shipping on that. Here's a pair of shoes that were in a storage locker. It's a pair of Nike's Women's Air Force One sneakers, and these are white size 7. And you can see I didn't really do a lot of cleanup on these here. I mean, I'm not in the restoration business, so I sell them as they are. I try to clean. Let's see if I try to clean the soles a bit here. I actually cleaned them after I took these pictures. I should have done the other way around, clean them up a bit. But I was able to clean them up just a little bit for the customer, so they look nice when they get them. And they're still in good shape. They just have some road dirt on them and that kind of thing, and some wear around here where you put your feet in the shoes. Laces are in good shape. Everything else is in, the uppers are good. So that was also a good sale. $45. I essentially didn't pay anything for them, really. Whatever. It's hard to put a value on things that you buy in a locker because I paid $80 for the entire contents of the locker, and this was in there. So I just generally zero them out. I didn't really pay for them, even though I did. Over here is a game I'm selling for a friend of mine. It's I know it's sideways. I'm not sure why that happened. I didn't upload the photo this direction, but this is a game. It's called Star Trek Ascendancy. And you see it's got all the some of the top captains in there. You got Kirk and Janeway and Picard and Cisco. It's got all those guys in there. So this one sold for $69. And it says here the shipping's $12.75. Now the buyer told me that he paid $25 for shipping on this, and so I'm going to look into that and see. That's what it's going to cost me to ship that thing. I'll have to go back and look and see, how much he paid for it, and I guess I'll refund him the difference, as a goodwill gesture to them, because that's a big difference. It's like double. So Star Trek Ascendancy, that will be going out today. And here's another village. This one is the Hawthorne Village McPike Mansion. And I don't know where McPike Mansion is, but it's a nice looking little Halloween scene right there. They all light up just like the Dickens villages. And this one has a back porch on it. And it's just a nice item, and you see that it's marked right in the back here. And it's got the sculpture number on it and all that stuff. So it's got a lot of authenticity. Some of these actually came with certificates of authenticity. I know those can be just duplicated without any problems. Now here's some other items that sold earlier in the week. And this is a Pugmire Core rule book. And unless you know about this is a game apparently, and this is the rule book. It was a hardcover book that sold for $49. most books I have don't sell for $49. That's for sure. This one did, and I gave them free shipping because it goes media mail. That's really a inexpensive way to ship things. So let's go over here to the next item. It's a pool vacuum head with wheels. And it doesn't have the pole or anything like that. I don't own a swimming pool, but you would attach this to a pole and probably a vacuum system, and you vacuum the bottom of the pool with that to get all the stuff off it. This was an interesting one. This has a long story to it, but basically, my brother-in-law has new next door neighbors, and I think they bought some Amazon pallets or something, and they had a bunch of things in there that they didn't really think they could sell. They just wanted high price things, and so these were in there plus some other stuff. They just gave it to them, and I said, "Oh, well, I wonder what these things go for." It says if you're to build a fountain, you can attach this to the fountain and it sprays water up. I actually took a picture of my own, or here's a picture of my own fountain I made with. You can't really see because the play button's in the way here. Maybe I can play it for you, and that's kind of what it'll look like when um, when it's attached and working and everything like that. Oh, there it is. Okay, let me go back here so it doesn't do that anymore. Okay, so that sold for 15. I sold two of those. And here's another Sega Genesis game. It's Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. It's complete and everything. Sold for $25 plus $8.50 shipping in a small flat rate box, which are free from the post office. This is a lot of people are not going to know what this thing is, but basically it's a Ethernet connector for the new Category 6 or Cat 6 wires, which give you some of the fastest speeds on a wired connection, not wireless. A wired connection directly from your modem or router into your computer. And if you have this new connector to join two of those wires together, it's I guess they must be very pricey. I was selling for $18 each, and someone bought a bunch from they bought a bunch from me for $18 each. And I don't. Let's see, the total that they bought were. I have it over here. $108 worth right there. So there must have bought 10 of them. Or no, it wasn't 10 of them. Oh, he spent $108 on whatever he bought. Let's go on over here to the last item, which is a jade and gold gilt jewelry box. Sometimes they call them coffins too, but at least what I've been reading, they were calling coffins something. But anyway, it's a jewelry box, and it has nice jade jewels all the way around it. It's all gold gilt, which is kind of like a covering of a very thin gold all the way around it, and with small jade jewels going around the lid here like that. This lid here is glass. It was in really good shape when I got it. You can see how it opens up, and there's like a cushioned area in the center for the jewelry so it doesn't get all scratched. And that's the bottom of the box right there. So it's a very nice piece too. That sold for $140. This is also from one of the last auctions I bought things at. This was from I believe this is from the J&G auction I bought this at. I'm not sure if it wasn't the one at the airport. It was the one before that. So let's take a look at everything that sold, including the previous sales from the week. So let me pull over this for you here. Ding, out of nowhere. So here is the sales all together. The Hawthorne Village, the Star Trek game, the shoes, the other Hawthorne Village, Sega Genesis, Jewel Master. There was an RC replacement part that sold for $12.60. I guess I did not show you that one. Oh, here we go. Just for transparency. There it is right there. It goes on an RC airplane. Sold for $14. And let's build that back up here. All right. So then we go over here to the Pugmire rule book for $49. The pool vacuum head for $29.95. the two pineapple water fountain heads for $30 total. They're 15 each. The Sega Genesis Dr. Robotnik game went for $22.50. I have, it says phone connector for category 6. Once I'm a little bit fuzzy on what those exactly are for, but I know category 6 is Ethernet. $108 for all those, and then the antique jade gilt jewelry box went for $90. So I'm going to check on that again. It says $140 here. So I will update that a little bit there. $140. So let's do the math on this. We'll find out exactly what sold and what my total was here. So here's everything once again. I made the adjustment for the jade jewelry box. It was actually $140. So in total, I had $655.05 in eBay sales. I had a flea market the Saturday, the previous week. That was $400 in sales. I had other direct sales of $100 where I sold people things off of Facebook or wherever, and it gave me a total of $1,155.05 for the week, which is not too bad considering that a lot of these items were things I didn't exactly pay for. They came out of storage lockers and that kind of thing, and other items I did. So overall, it was a really good week, and I'm hoping to repeat that again. And one of the ways to do that, at least on eBay, is to keep listing things. So I have more things that need to be listed this week, and that'll bump up to the top of the list of when you search for something, it'll hopefully get mine at the top. So that's my goal, and that was my progress for the week, everyone. And hopefully you enjoyed seeing what sold. I know I get a lot of questions from people, how this all works and everything. It is a lot of work, So like this doesn't happen just randomly. You have to put a lot of work and research into doing things like this if you're going to be making any kind of money. And this past week was pretty good for me. I don't do this 24/7, so I don't do it as exactly as a full-time job, as a retired teacher. So this is kind of what I do on the side, but this week was a pretty good one. So hopefully I have another good report for you soon too. And thanks for watching. And if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, I really appreciate it. I'm trying to get up to 1,000 so that I can start getting paid for these things too. And I have that on here as well too. But anyway, thanks for watching, and please, if you can, like and subscribe to my videos.